Fight time, we definitely gonna try to take each other's heads off, and the closer the fight goes, we both gonna be eager to, show who's the more dominant fighter.
But boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, not taking nothing away from you.
The seams, you gotta pick a side. I'm going with Crawford. I'm here to support Crawford.
Terence Bud and Crawford didn't just appear on live television. He took over in a bold exchange that left Piers Morgan and viewers speechless. Crawford unleashed 5 chilling words. We're going to take each other's heads off. But that was just the beginning. He followed it up with a declaration of legacy, telling Morgan, a win against Canelo Alvarez would put me on Mount Rushmore at ATA recent press conference. Crawford's confidence was unmistakable. He openly mocked Canelo.
Can deteriorate, in camp. But, a win against Canelo Alvarez, what it would do to my career would put me, on Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
I think I would be one of the greatest fighters ever.
Canelo's physicality fired off warnings with conviction and showed no signs of playing it safe. This wasn't about showmanship. It was a focused, locked-in athlete who's prepared to shake the sport once again. Promoter Eddie Hearn echoed that sentiment. After speaking with Crawford personally, Hearn said it was a fighter's unshakable belief in his preparation and ability that stood out. He's not hopeful, he's certain, Hearn said. That's the...
Right. Yeah. The only running that I'm going to be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that. Facts. And he got a big head, too.
That's the mindset of someone truly elite. Trainer Bill Haney has publicly thrown his support behind Crawford, going beyond just picking a winner. He aligned himself with Crawford's mentality and mission. Haney, who's seen champions come and go, believes in Crawford's shot at greatness. Derek James, one of boxing's most respected trainers, also sounded the alarm, this time directed at Canelo's camp. Crawford isn't like anyone they've faced before, he warned. He thrives mid-fight. His timing, movement, and adaptability could be the difference maker. Brian.
I go back and forwards, to be honest with you. Like, when I talk to Bud, I kind of he convinces me that he's going to win the fight because he's such a believer in his own ability, and he's very convincing. And then you see the presser yesterday, and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's a big lump. So I was always Canelo, then I sort of leant towards Bud, but now I'm back with Canelo, so we'll see.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Crawford's longtime trainer, insists his fighter is in peak condition, physically and mentally. We've studied everything, from film to sparring, from cardio to recovery. Bud's ready, he said. And to those questioning Crawford's resume, Bomac has an answer. It's not that the competition was weak, it's that Crawford made them look that way. He neutralizes elite fighters so efficiently that people mistake brilliance for ease.
Well, for everybody that was straddling the fence, straddling got your pants split. At the seams, you got to pick a side. I'm going with Crawford. I'm here to support Crawford. He done signed up to do what everybody thought that he wasn't trying to be, a generational talent, another fighter on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. Yeah, so don't split your pants. Pick one.
For ease, Bomac explained. That's greatness. Canelo Alvarez is arguably the best chin in boxing, untested and unshaken for years. But some analysts believe Crawford might be the one to crack it, not through brute force, but through surgical precision. As one insider put it, asterisk, it's not how hard he hits, it's when and where Crawford's knockout of Errol Spence wasn't just power. It was timing, deception, and reflexes. And many believe he'll deliver something similarly unexpected against Canelo. Despite the trash talk and tense face-offs, there's been mutual respect behind the scenes. Viral footage of the two sharing a quiet meal shows that beneath the war...
The thing about Crawford is, he believes he's on it. Like, he believes he's the one. So that's the difference between him and any other fighter that Canelo fight. Because Canelo, people fight the idea of Canelo Alvarez opposed to fighting the individual. The thought of him is what puts fear in their heart. But he doesn't care about that because he's Terence Crawford. So it's a totally different thing. So if he can implement his strategy and ride it out to the end of the fight, he's going to be successful. But if Canelo and do what he needs to do, and his timing has to be on point. He's not that fast as Crawford is. It's all about timing.
Shows that beneath the war words is a foundation of sportsmanship. That contrast, public aggression, and private professionalism adds another layer to what's already a gripping storyline. Veteran journalist Dan Raphael summed it up perfectly. This isn't about a paycheck for Crawford. It's about legacy. A win over Canelo doesn't just secure titles. It would place Crawford among the greatest ever. He's not just aiming to win. He's looking to etch his name in the stone of boxing immortality.
Styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind, too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skills?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you that. He'll get the job done. You know, because you know, Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, not taking nothing away from him, but just a little bit better.
Mortality. On a technical level, this fight is as fascinating as any in recent memory. Canelo's patient, pressure-heavy style contrasts with Crawford's fluid, adaptive rhythm. Experts agree, the early rounds are key. If Crawford can maintain distance and disrupt Canelo's rhythm, he could control the bout. But if Canelo closes a gap and unleashes body shots, it could turn into a grind. Canelo repeats combinations, said one analyst. But Crawford is unpredictable.
Missing me not to talk about the pound-for-pound #1 in the world, Terence Crawford. Always making headlines these days. He's cemented his legacy. I think certified Hall of Famer whenever he wraps it up. Stepped up in weight, won another world title last time out. Now they're talking about this fight with Canelo Alvarez. It was interesting to see the comments from Canelo on how he sort of assessed Bud Crawford's career. I almost feel after the Spence fight that was like an exclamation point on everything he's done, maybe from the critics who never gave him credit, but it almost seems like Canelo was downplaying his achievements. What do you make of that? Is that to build a fight? Because it sells itself.
Well, I can tell you like this. I think Crawford rebuttal was everybody always say he hasn't fought nobody, or everybody that he fought was a no name. But I'm gonna tell you like this: what Crawford said, well, they was something until Crawford fought him. So obviously he's doing a great job because he's making everybody look normal.
Not everyone, like when they go against Canelo, I don't think there's anyone else in boxing who you would ask and say this is a possible task for. But for Crawford, because of his pound-for-pound abilities, and apparently no rehydration clause. Am I hearing that right? He wants full smoke at that weight.
Let's go, man. That's what Crawford wants. He wants to show the world that he's the best. So, and why put stipulations in there when you know that you can be the best? So let's go test ourselves.
That unpredictability can break patterns. It's the punches you don't see that do the most damage. One question looms large. Can Crawford, moving up 2 weight classes, hurt Canelo? Critics point to his performance against Israel Madrimov at 154 pounds. Solid, but not explosive. If he couldn't overwhelm Madrimov, how will he deal with a tank like Canelo at 168? Yet, Crawford's camp brushes aside the size talk. It's not always about weight.
Man, Canelo pushes Crawford. This might be the biggest fight the past 50 years. This is going to be crazy, guys. Look at this. Look. Dana White in the middle, UFC involved, WWE involved. Y'all think this was real? It looked real to me. I don't know. Crawford was staring them down too.
During a live interview with Piers Morgan, Terence Crawford shocked the audience with this bold statement. That wasn't just trash talk. It was a sign of how serious and confident he is going into this fight. He also sided when against Canelo Alvarez would put me on Mount Rushmore in sports. Mount Rushmore means being considered one of the greatest asterisks of all time. So Crawford is saying this fight could seal his legacy as one of boxing's legends. This fight is a mega event because Canelo Alvarez is one of the best and most experienced fighters in the world, known for his strength and...
Yo, Canelo is about to get knocked out for the first time in his career. Y'all really playing with Crawford, bro. Y'all don't realize how much power Crawford actually has. I don't care what weight class he's coming up from. Canelo has never fought anybody like Crawford. I'm just kidding, bro. Obviously, I'm just kidding, bro. You guys, like, you really thought I was with the bullshit? Like, come on, we know, yo, Canelo different, bro. He's looking like a lion right now, like the king of the jungle type shit with the stare down, bro. Like this man, if y'all really think this man is gonna get knocked down, this guy has, look, you could say they both the same size. You know what I'm saying? He got a longer reach, whatever. But this dude has fought bigger and better opponents than Crawford, and he has never gotten dropped a single time in his career. You think this little guy is gonna do something to Canelo? I'm gonna keep it a buck. If he manages to knock down Canelo, I'm gonna give Crawford all the props in the world, because that would be crazy. But he's not doing that.
Strength and iron chin. Terence Crawford is seen by many as the most skilled boxer alive today. He's fast, smart, and a knockout artist, but he's moving up in weight to face Canelo, which makes this more risky. Crawford is coming up 2 weight divisions to face a stronger, naturally bigger man. That's very rare and very dangerous. Everyone from his trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, to promoter Eddie Hearn and other top trainers have said the same thing. Crawford is mentally locked in like
these excuses why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about business, then you doing good business. If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you know, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, you know, he got that in the back of his head. You know, this guy, for one, he's tough. For two, he's a boxer. He moves, he can punch, he can do it all.
Locked in like never before. Trainer Derek James warned Canelo's team not to underestimate Crawford. He said Crawford is great at adapting mid-fight, which many of Canelo's past opponents couldn't do. Some critics say Crawford hasn't fought enough big names, but his team argues it's because he's so good, he makes great fighters look ordinary. He's beaten every opponent in style, often by knockout. He has power, but what really makes him dangerous is timing and accuracy. He lands punches when his opponents least expect them. That's what knocks him down. Canelo is one of the best.
I don't like this right here. I don't like this at all. Now, I know y'all love Turkey. I like him too. He puts on good fights. And I get that he's trying to show that, hey, through the sport, it's love and unison. No matter who's the biggest, the baddest, whatever, they still support each other. And I'm cool with that. But, before the fight, I need that feel of, oh man, yeah, these two going at it. These two want to beat each other's ass. They want to knock each other out. That's how a fight build-up should be. I shouldn't be seeing these two sitting across from each other eating. Now, I'm not even talking about promotion. The fight doesn't need to be promoted. Two of the biggest fighters of our era, bang. But I need the promotion of oh yeah, I want to get violent with this person. I want to knock this person's head off. I'm not saying they're not going to put on a good fight. I'm just saying I want the build-up. That's what makes the fight even better. It's the build-up. Look at all the past fights that happened. Even recently, Ryan Garcia in Tank. Shit, Ryan Garcia and freaking Haney. You know, fights like that. The build-up was so, because even in the pre-fight, it was hatred or, hey, I wanna beat you up type stuff. Now it's oh, I'm sitting across from you eating dinner, laughing. Nah, man, we can do this after the fight. That's fine. But before that fight, I'm locked in. I want to see that. Oh, I'm locked in. I'm ready to knock him out. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You know, I know a lot of y'all have your opinions, but comment what y'all think about this and follow your boy.
One of the best chins in boxing history. He doesn't get hurt easily. Some experts think if Crawford can't hurt him, he might not win, even if he boxes well. But others argue Crawford doesn't need to knock him out. He can outsmart and outbox him with speed, angles, and rhythm. Canelo is patient and likes to apply pressure slowly, breaking his opponents down with body punches. Crawford is unpredictable, fast, and smart. He can fight from both stances, orthodox and southpaw, and he changes strategy mid-fight. That makes this matchup a chess game, a battle of brains and skill, not just brute strength. This fight isn't just about belts or money. It's about who is the best fighter of this generation. If Canelo wins, he shows he's still the king, even as he ages. If Crawford wins, especially after jumping 2 weight classes, he cements himself as one of the greatest ever. Even boxing legends and journalists like Dan Raphael say this fight is about legacy, not payday. Despite all the trash talk, the two fighters have shown mutual respect. A video of them sharing a meal even went viral, proving that while they're ready to go to war in the ring, they respect each other outside of it. That adds an interesting twist. It's not hate. It's competition at the highest level. Can Crawford hurt Canelo? That's the mystery. Can Canelo handle Crawford's speed and skill? That's the challenge. Will size and strength win, or will timing and intelligence triumph? No matter who wins, fans are getting a once-in-a-generation asterisk matchup that could go down in history.